Hey everyone, Super Saiyan Sanchez back here with another video, bringing you guys the Avengers Age of Ultron Iron Man 3.0. Something different I wanted to show you guys. I think it's pretty cool. Go ahead and show you guys you can open them up, check them out. I've had him on display, I just wanted to go ahead and finally do a video on him. I think he's still pretty cool. Yeah, and he is Iron Man Mark 43, the DLX collectible figure. So yeah, let's go ahead and take him out of the box. Go ahead and pull him out. And this figure is pre-owned. I did get him in a trade, I believe, in either 2023 or 2024. Yeah, but he's pretty cool. Here's his instructions. Show you guys. Sorry about the glare. Let me get a better lighting right here. All right, you guys are. And this is, he does come with a stand, an Infinity Saga stand, along with his flames for the arms and the legs. So let's go ahead and take them out. And this is the Iron Man out of the box, the packaging. And if anyone does know anything about 3.0, it does have die cast. It is a pretty hefty figure, like weight wise. It's not something that you would really want, to fall over. It's not like a SH figure art where, I know some SH figure arts have hard plastic and they fall over, and you might either break something or mess it up. Like, I don't think it's bad, but with the die cast, you drop this, it's gonna hold up, but there are some parts that can fly off. And another thing is that the paint, it does rub off. I've seen it on the figure. I'll let you guys see it, but yeah, he's pretty cool, and he's actually one of my favorite figures. Him and the Hulkbuster I do have. I will be doing a review on him next. I just wanted to switch it up. You guys have been seeing nothing but Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, I do like other figures too. I like Marvel, DC, everything. Nothing's Power Rangers. Nothing that I don't usually like. Yeah, but this is a cool figure. I just wanted to show you guys up in a little more up close. I will show you guys some of the stuff he can do, the pretty cool stuff he can do. I didn't know until today, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and give you guys like a 360 of him standing. Hopefully he doesn't fall over. It's one thing I'm kind of nervous about. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use some tack, some mounting putty on the bottom of his foot, just on one foot, because I did have tack on him when I had him displayed. So let me see if I could just get him to stay still, because I don't want him to fall over. That's one thing I don't want. And he was about to fall over right now, so hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, let me go ahead and zoom in on him. Okay, sorry about that. And here he is with his 360. And definitely Iron Man, he has the best, the hot rod red. It's pretty cool. The gold and the red together go very well, and he's actually one of my favorite figures, so along with some of the Dragon Ball Z stuff I have. But Iron Man is pretty dope. After seeing the Iron Man movie when it came out, it was, wow, he was pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the stuff he does come with as well. All right. He does come with his Infinity Saga Mark 43, Iron Man Mark 43. This is the stand that he does come with. It does come with this piece. It's pretty cool. I think it's way better than the SH figure arts or the Mayfix. I feel like, let me zoom out. I feel like they're kind of easily to bend. You have to tighten it up, but on the screws you would usually have to tighten up on the Mayfix, but these are pretty tight. I don't have any issues. I've used this before. All right, and these are his These are the flames that go on the bottom of his feet, which is pretty cool. They are spray painted, detailed, really cool. I always like how they do these type of things inside the figures. I would love for more effect pieces to come with, you know, Dragon Ball Z stuff, because they got a lot of cool stuff. Special Beam Cannon, Kamehameha, and this is the ones that go in the hand. They're a little more wider. Pretty cool. I like the color as well. Of course, it's mimicking flames, so yeah. And these are some missile blasters that you can I'm gonna go show you guys that soon. Man, the detail in here, man, it's pretty crazy. Let me grab this one, show you guys a little better. You can see the missile right there. It's pretty crazy. Whoever designed the figure, and you know, the detail here is pretty nuts. Yeah. So you have one for each hand. You can swap them out. I will show you guys that when I do poses. All right, and he does come with 4 interchangeable hands, including the fist hands that he does come with. Let's go ahead and show you guys. All right, and I believe this is pretty cool, especially with the color, the detail that's in here. I'm not surprised, because nowadays a lot of the figures have a very good detail, like with the coloring and the molds. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And right here he's doing, like, you know, he has his hand where he's doing a blast, which is pretty cool there. Yeah. And he does have, let's see, he does have another hand as well. It's basically the same thing, but this is where you could actually put the flame in, and you know, where he's doing a blast or he's taking off. This one, I believe this hand is more for he's doing the blast, where he's just sending the blast to someone. And let's see, let's go for this one. Is, I believe it's more for he's holding he can be, you know, flying up and, you know, holding his, you know, his weight while he's flying, or trying to, you know, control himself. I still think these are still pretty cool. I wish that you could, you know, move these right here. You can't. I know you can't really do them like that, but yeah, still pretty cool. And this is the other one as well, where he is floating. Where I'm not floating. I'm sorry. He's flying, and he can put his hands down, and he has the blast effect coming down. So yeah, and you just, you know, just pop it in there. It's pretty cool. They did a really good job on this, and I definitely recommend getting a 3.0 if you don't have one. They are pretty pricey. I see them for about, I think about like $90 to $100, maybe a little more depending on which one you're looking at. But there's a lot of cool different type of 3.0s. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do you guys' first pose. I'll go ahead and keep the camera on. Oh, before we do that, let me go ahead and show you guys the instruction manual. I've been wanting to, you know, show these a little more. It's pretty cool. It shows you what you can do, what the figure does come with. You can pick it, put his leg out more wider. I'll show you guys that on camera right now. And he does come with you can pop the top of his the upper body, so you can put him inside of the Hulkbuster. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, and some stuff that I didn't know about. Right here is where you would add the missile. It's pretty cool. Arm rocket assembly. Yeah, and you can see how he moves. So one thing about the 3.0 is, I feel like I've had it for about like maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and when you do bend him forward, which you can do, I kind of feel like it doesn't always stay in place, and sometimes when you do it, sometimes where you put it a certain way, it doesn't always stay. It always kind of pops back up. So I kind of use some mounting putty on the back so I can try to keep him in a certain pose. I will show you guys that, but let me go ahead and show you what else he can do. He can light up in the chest. I don't have the battery. I did take the figure apart once to try to get the battery in there, but I ended up losing the piece that goes inside. But I know I have it somewhere with some extra pieces I have fodder for the figures parts. Let me go ahead and pop this off, show you guys. All right, and there it is. Yeah, you can pop that off, and you guys can see that he. Let me bring the camera just. I mean the light just a little closer. Yeah, you just pop it off, and right here is where the battery would go. The battery, it has a little slot where you would put inside, and you can put the batteries in there. And this is also the part where you would put inside of the Hulkbuster. So yeah, and let me go ahead and put him back for you guys. Before we start doing poses, I want to show you guys what you can do with him, which, you know, just pops right back in. He's pretty cool. I know, like I said, his you can light up his chest. You can move some stuff here. Let me show you guys that before we start doing some poses. You can move his chest a little. Sorry about that. We'll move his chest a little forward. It's gonna move because you have the arms and they kind of hit it, so you can move that. On his back, I just found this out a little while ago. I was showing my wife. It was pretty crazy. You can pop up. Let me see if I can pop it up. You can pop these parts up. Oh, let me spin it off. Sorry. And there, come on, there you are. Yeah, which is pretty cool. I guess I don't know if it's like where he is trying to stop himself. I'm not really sure, but I think this is pretty cool. The detail here is it's amazing. The color of the figure is amazing. The hot rod red. Tony made a wise decision picking that one. All right, and his shoulder pads can go up. They pull out. These actually can pop off. I'm not gonna try to apply pressure. If they do pop off there in the video, you guys will see, which is pretty cool here. You could just do that. And this is where you would put his missile. I will take that off. I will be showing you guys that. You guys pop him right. Oh, let me go ahead and show you now. He's kind of like there you are. You pop it right off. None special, just, you know, pop it right off, and you can put his missiles there on each hand. I'm gonna show you guys what he can do. It's pretty cool. And this is the attack. And you know, you can see his legs, how you can move them. It's pretty cool. I definitely love the attention to detail to this figure. So that's why it's definitely up there for me for what you can do with him. Like I said, die cast, he's heavy. He doesn't feel like a cheap figure. He feels pretty cool. So yeah. And right here in the butt area, it's where you can pop. Let me see, is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Or you can pop this off, and this is where the stand will go, like in the back, like where he's doing more poses. I will show you guys with this stand, since he does come with a specific stand to the to 3-0. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think all 3-0 figures do come with the stands, and or Iron Man figures come with the stand. The 3-0 Iron Mans, they come with the stands and the flames as well, so you could do different poses. All right, let's go ahead and get the first pose on the box. There really isn't anything much. You just have basically the front of the box. You don't really have any type of stuff on the back, how the SH figure arts do have it. So it's pretty much we're gonna go off our head, and I'll go ahead and do the first pose. All right, let me see. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show some poses with his missile. I'm gonna go pop these off. Not that hard, just pop them off. I'll pop both sides off. We're gonna do a pose. Let's see. Alright, I have a little more trouble on this side than I had on the other side. You gotta really get your nail under there and just kind of pull it out. So yeah, sorry about that. Alright, and I don't think there's a specific left or right on here. You just kind of pop the missile in there. And there you are, you guys can see it. Alright, and just pop it on so you can hear the little click when it's there. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and do a pose where he is shooting the rockets. Let's go ahead and see. When Tony does it in the movie, he kind of just puts his hand straight down, and so you can see the missile just come out. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And the good thing is also you can extend the arms out just a little bit more wider. You can pull them out just a little bit, so you know it does hit this area. So yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. So alright, let's go ahead and put his hands to the side. Alright, let's see, extend his hand out. Put his head to the side. Gonna have him. And the good thing also, the thing about his leg is you can pop it straight down, and it's kind of a hassle, but you can like push his leg out. You got to apply a little bit of pressure. It makes me kind of nervous when I did get the figure, because I was scared that I was gonna break it, because you know, like I said, it's die cast. You don't want to break something like this. And $100 figure, you don't want to risk it. But yeah, that's what I went ahead and found out. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bend his knee up a little bit, his leg down. All right, let's see. And like I said, this is more of this is all in my mind. This has nothing to do with a picture. If you know the movie, you can probably go ahead and get some ideas, maybe look something up on Google. But we're just gonna go ahead and go off the top of our heads here. All right. And Tony does have his missiles going straight ahead, and we're gonna go ahead and use the stand here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the back. I wasn't gonna use the stand, but it's better just to go ahead and you guys can see what we can do here. All right, and the stand has a specific these prongs, and you just kind of just pop it in there. Let me see. It's been a while since I've done this, so let me make sure I'm doing this right. All right, and you can, pop this in here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let me see. And you kind of dig it in. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and show you guys a little closer look. You're kind of like putting it in the back, I guess, in his butt. Pause. So you're just kind of doing here, and there's your pose. All right, let me go ahead and get him on the stand so we can get a better idea of a better view of the pose. Like I said, I like this stand a lot. It's pretty cool. He is pretty solid to stay on here. Go ahead and put him on here for you guys, and I'll go ahead and zoom in on this for you guys. Let's go ahead and bring up the camera. That's a more closer shot of Tony. He looks pretty cool. Of Iron Man, he looks pretty cool with the missiles. Like I said, the detail and especially in the lighting, it looks great. I don't know if that would bother you right here, having him, of course, the stand there. You can put him in a different, you can use a Mayfix stand or SH Figure Art stand. I personally like this stand better because it holds it well. It's die cast. I think this stand is meant for that. I believe that this stand is meant for this, I guess because of the weight. So yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and show you guys another pose. Go ahead and okay, we'll go ahead and stay on camera for this one. Let me back up the camera. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and take off his missiles. So take them off. We'll go ahead and pop his pop the pieces back on so you can hide where the missile would go. Alright, having some issues there, okay. Yeah, and if anyone does have a 3-0 figure in their collection, go ahead and comment. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me what you think of 3-0 in general. If you like 3-0, is it pretty cool to you? Or do you prefer SH Figure Arts? Do you prefer Mayfix? Mayfix has made some Iron Man figures. SH Figure Arts has kind of gone all the way with the Marvel Marvel line. They have the whole Avengers line. They have individuals movies. Iron Man, I believe 2, 3. It might be 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and they've kind of released a lot of, I think they probably have over 20 variants of Iron Man, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so he has a lot of variants. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go for a pose where Tony is, well, Iron Man is, Tony is Iron Man. Spoiler alert if anyone doesn't know that. We're gonna go having him floating above where he is using his trying to look for the right hands. Where he is floating above, he's flying up and he's just kind of hovering. We're gonna go ahead and do that pose. Trying to just look for the right hands. Okay, here we are, I believe. Yeah, these are more of the. These don't really. They look more like he could be doing a blast effect, but I think it's pretty good right here, where he looks like he's more like hovering instead of sending a beam to someone or trying to hurt someone. Yeah. If anyone did see the Avengers movies or the Iron Man movies, do you like Iron Man? Is he a character that you like? Is he someone that you don't like? Personally, like in all the Avengers, I personally like Iron Man. Like he's probably my favorite besides Captain America. I guess because of what he stands for, Captain America. And I like Tony because later on he wants to help people, and it's not about making money anymore. It's more changing his life, and I think that's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and gonna have him where he is like hovering. All right, let's see where he is hovering, and let's see, I'll put his leg right here, his knee up. All right, we're gonna have to go ahead and extend this out. We're gonna pull it out, which is pretty cool. Put it out. I'm gonna do the same thing on this leg. I don't want to scratch up the paint. Alright. And he's gonna look like he's more hovering than anything. Alright. Let's see. Because you can't really, when you have this hand, you really can't like sorry about that, you can't really, push it up. It's kind of locked in. You can't bend this, which kind of sucks. Yeah, but on the SH Figure Arts, you can actually bend this part, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm having an issue right now where I did tell you guys that you kind of bend him forward, lean him forward, and he kind of just goes back. I think because of the die cast, it's probably one thing I don't like about that, but it's something that you're just kind of, I'm nitpicking at, nothing crazy. All right. So we're gonna go ahead right here, push him like he is kind of hovering. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use his flames right here. Sorry for getting in the camera. I still forget sometimes I have the camera on. All right, so we just pop them in to the peg. All right, here we are. So we got this along with this. All right, and we're gonna have him like looking off. I believe I'm gonna go ahead and use the other hand right here just for this one, because this one I want to lift up his hand just a little more, but it's not letting me. So let's go ahead and use another hand right here. All right. Let's go ahead and put him on the stand. I believe the pose is achieved. I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. Get him right. Okay. Alright, so since I'm having issues with him leaning a little more forward, I'm gonna go ahead and use the mounting putty on the back. It might be bothersome, like I said before, like to anyone who does use mounting putty, but if you're starting a pose and you are leaving it on your shelf, I don't think it should be a big deal to you if it doesn't bother you. But me personally, I don't really mind, because I don't really use this pose too often. Alright, let's go ahead and have him. And obviously it's stayed, so yeah, let's go ahead and zoom in on this. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out. And that is his pose. I think that's pretty cool. Couldn't mess around with it just a little more, but yeah, I definitely think that there's a lot of posability here. You guys can have some fun with this. If you guys can't find anything, go on Google. You guys can find some images of the figure, like different poses. When the figures do release, they 3-0 usually has to do they show off different shots of the figure. I'd wish that they do that to the box, but they don't. Like SH Figure Arts or Mayfix, they show you different poses you can do. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next pose. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go on to our next pose. Shouldn't be nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and pop his hands off. All right, and we're gonna do more of a hovering pose, like similar to what we just did, but I just want to do it where his hands are, his hands more are hovering. Okay, sorry about that. The camera hit that. The figure hit the camera. Sorry about that. All right. Let's go ahead and pop them in. I like the arms. It's not really that hard to pop them in. It's a little easy. Some of the SH figures do have that problem when you're trying to pop the arms off. Like, it's kind of a hassle sometimes. So yeah, but this, I like that. It's just pretty simple. Just pushing it in. You can hear it just moving around in there. You're not really hurting the figure at all, so that's kind of good. All right. And for this pose, we're gonna go ahead and lift up the flaps on his back. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, here we are. Sorry that I keep getting close to the camera, guys. I just sometimes I forget. I forget that I gotta stop doing that. All right. Hey, and if anyone did check out the new Fantastic Four, tell me what you guys thought. I know it's kind of off topic, but you know, right now we're trying to pose a figure, so nothing wrong with a little bit of talking here. Some little talking points talking about Fantastic Four. I thought it was great. If anyone did see it, I gave it a solid. Me and my wife gave it a solid 9. If anyone did see it, tell me what you think of it. If you'd like the figure, if you like the movie, tell me what you guys thought of it. Not trying to give any spoilers of the movie. I thought the movie was great. I went in there expecting a good movie. I left and it was a really good movie, a really great movie. So I think I wanted to give it a 10, but I just gave it a 9. I think a 9 is really good. And to me, this is probably like the movie of the year for me for 2025 as of right now. Yeah, but you know, we did see that Avatar is coming out, the new Avatar. So you know, maybe I might change my mind. But as in superhero movies, Fantastic Four definitely did their thing. All right, and yeah, the movie was pretty cool. Let me know what you guys thought of it. You guys checked it out. If anyone did see Superman, another movie that I thought was pretty cool, I gave it an 8. If anyone did see the movie, tell me what you guys thought of it. Did you think it was cool? Did you not like it? Is there something about the movie that you didn't like? Yeah, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys got to say about it. All right, and I believe we are done right here. I'm trying to have him bend, lean a little more forward, so you guys can see his the flaps in the back, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and pop it into his stand, and I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. If anyone's liking any of these poses, leave a comment. Tell me what was your favorite pose. If you guys liked anything, if you guys maybe now looking at 3-0, do you consider wanting to buy a 3-0 figure? I'm going to raise the camera, guys. Sorry about that. Go ahead and zoom in. Start to zoom in. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think he could lean just a little more forward, just so you can see the flaps on the back, which is pretty cool. It's more of a hovering pose. I think he should be looking a little more off. Yeah, but it's all about what you guys think. If you guys had the figure, you know, do the pose however you feel you like it. I think he looks incredible here. Like I said, Iron Man the colors are perfect. I like Tony Stark. Robert Downey Jr. did a great job in the movie, so I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I like the movie or I like the character. I still think they're pretty cool though. Alright, let's go ahead and start our next pose. All right, let's go ahead and take him off the stand and pop this out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do another pose. Probably be the last pose right here. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and leave his hands in there. I was taking them off. I think I was going too fast on that. Let's try an attempt at trying to see where he is. He's fighting. Let me see. Try this out. And his knee a little more up. I still like how this looks pretty cool right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and have him right here. Put his hand up where he could be doing. He's blasting someone. An enemy's coming at him. Let's go ahead and a little more forward. Pull the arm out just a little bit right here, and have him going more to his looking over to the side. I'm not really sure I'm gonna do this one on the stand. I might be able to do it. Let me try it out. Alright. And I still want him leaning a little more forward. So we'll just see how this is gonna go. I haven't tried this pose. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go good here. You know what? Let's go ahead and just see if we could get him on the stand. If anyone needs to use anything, I use mounting putty. I use to pose all my figures. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some right now. Alright, and sorry about that. Grabbing mounting putty, I am gonna use a lot since he is a die-cast figure and I don't want him to fall over while he's on a rotating stand. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put some on his knee. I know it might not look the best, but we're just trying to have a pose on the stand. Nothing crazy. Let's see how this looks. I haven't tried this yet. I'm trying to have him like this in this pose. At least in the alright. And I believe my stand just died. Alright. I had to swap out the stand, sorry about that. And this might not be the most nicest with the mounting putty. It might look ugly to you guys, but I'm just trying to have the pose striked, see if we can go for it. Like I said, I've never struck this pose before. Let me go ahead and zoom in on that. Wow, I think he looks great right there. Yeah. Other than the mounting putty, it's probably kind of annoying, but it still looks pretty cool. If you have him fighting Thanos or someone, you know, he would look pretty cool right there. Yeah, definitely something you guys can achieve yourself. Hopefully, if you guys do have an Iron Man figure, it could be SH Figure Arts, Mayfix, 3-0, Marvel Legends. There are some pretty cool poses you guys can do. I guess depending on the articulation on the figure, you know. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the height comparison of Tony, of Iron Man Mark 43 to one of the SH Figure Arts, Piccolo. And he does stand taller than him. He is, I believe he is 7-inch scale. I don't believe he's 6-inch scale. So yeah, he's not 112, but it's fine. I still think he still goes pretty good in a 6-inch collection. Definitely recommend that. Here it is next to with Vegeta. Alright, you guys see that? Okay, let's go ahead and take these two down. And his last comparison will be to a Mayfix figure, Scarlet Spider, the first release. Yeah, so this is like I said, 6-inch scale, and the Mark 43 just hovers just a little bit more above it. It's still pretty cool. I don't know if you guys like this type of scale, but I don't mind. I actually like it a lot. So yeah, that's just my my opinion. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me that he's just a little bigger. He's still pretty cool. So I want to just say overall, I think that the figure is, a badass figure. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's a badass figure. I like all the attention to detail. There's so much detail on this figure. If you own any of the Iron Mans from any set, Mafex, Marvel Legends, they all have a lot of detail, but I believe that 3-0 really got it down with all the detail. The die cast, he's heavy, he is not light at all. He can light up, which is pretty cool. You can remove the top of his piece to add to the Hulkbuster, which I will be showing you guys in the next review. There's just so much you can do with this. Like, it's not just I think for the price it's worth it. Like I said, 90 to 100 bucks, maybe a little more. I think maybe if you get lucky, if a little less. I think you're paying more for shipping because of how heavy he is. He's pretty heavy, so you wouldn't want to drop him. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure a solid 9 out of 10. I believe that I would love to give it a 10. The only thing is that the whole thing with the slouching, like I don't like this. I kind of feel like maybe it's because of the weight. Like, you do him in a pose and he just might, move. I don't like that, but I wish he would stay, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and give this figure a solid 9 out of 10. If you don't have this figure in your collection, or you've ever considered buying a 3-0, I believe now is the time. If you see this review, I hope that you do change your mind. If you've never heard of 3-0, they're pretty cool. They release some pretty cool figures. I've only ever owned the Iron Man and the Hulkbuster. I've never owned any other figure, but I do want to own more. So yeah, just tell me what you guys think. What did you guys think of the review? Is there anything I missed? Anything that you guys wanted to see? I hope everyone likes and subscribes. I'm gonna keep continue pushing content out. I hope everyone's watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.